It's on circulating like that. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, y'all? It's your boy back at it with another one. Season 3, Beyond Trash. Oh, this episode is brought to you by the #1 moving trash removal service in the city, Jebar's Rubbish Removal. Call me 267-822-8165, the best in the city. And I'm here with my special guest, Greg Parker.
What's up, OJ? What's up, bro?
Oh, man. What's up with you? Chilling.
Bumping and grinding like a slow jam. You know, it don't
As you
stop.
should, man. As you should. A lot of stuff been coming out in the media and everything about you. I know we're going to touch base on that, but I just want them to know about you as a person. Like, how did you start this, like, this whole thing that you have? Like,
believe it or not, bro, honestly, I built this empire. I started this empire with $5 grand. I bought a house, you know, back when it was cheap, in the, down in our city, you know what I mean, Philly. I bought a house for $5,000. Sat on it. Honestly, it took me 5 years to flip it. I ain't gonna lie. But I ended up selling it for $75,000. I didn't put no money into it. I bought it for $5,000. I had it. I was trying to touch up, do little stuff that I probably thought, but I didn't really know the game. And I ended up just putting it up for sale for $103,000 and saying, listen, I told the real for sale for 103, get 103. And then somebody offered me 75, but for real, I was cool with that. I took the 75. The good thing about it was nobody knew I sold it for 75. So I was able to go around and buy many houses in the same area for 5,000 and 10,000 as I could. And then I went from 75 to 85 to 90 to 100.
You kept flipping.
And I just kept flipping. You
stay disciplined and keep that flip. Like, a lot of people be on that. You talk about your father a lot. My father, he played like a major role in my life. Like, he taught me everything I know about this. And like, how did your father play? Like,
I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy, man. My stepfather raised me, right? My biological father, great guy, had a drug addiction, lovable guy, loved him all my life. He was my superhero. I never looked down on him or I never looked at him no type of way. But I think my biological father, I'm gonna start with, more or less kept me away from what not to do. You know, watching what he went through, with his addiction, it kept me away from certain things. I never even smoked weed in my life. You know what I'm saying? Bro. So it kept me away. I didn't start drinking and stuff till like I was probably like my late 20s or what. I'm 48 now. But kept me what not to do. Now my stepdad, my stepfather, oh man, he was one of a kind, man. You know what I mean? He straight from the streets, millionaire from the streets, very well known, very well respected. Always treated me like his biological son. I got other brothers and sisters as well. Always treated me like a biological son. Taught me the game. Taught me how to be a man. Taught me how to take care of my family. Taught me how to stand on whatever it is that I do in life. You know what I mean? Good guy, man. Real good guy, man. Legend, man. Legend.
That's what's up, man. It's just so many questions I want to ask you. I'm glad that you're here. I know a lot of y'all want to get to the juicy stuff, but it's not even all about that right now.
I'm here for you.
For sure. Where do you see the real estate market in like the next like 5 years? Because that's like a nice question me and my mom wanted to ask you, because we really wanted to know that. Like, how do you?
Well, honestly, the real estate market is going to always be up and down. It's not, 10 years from now, what do you project? 3 years from now, you would project. Whatever's happening now is going to be opposite in a year or so. Then whatever's happening then is going to be opposite in a year or two after that. That's just how the game goes. Sometimes you get a wave where you like this. Sometimes you like this, and sometimes you like this. But it's never just always this. It'll never be that in no business.
Never be that. All right, I'm dancing all over the place, but I'm gonna get into it. What happened? How did that hide stuff started? How did that even, like,
with your hide with the whole deal?
The whole deal with him, like.
So first of all, let me bring y'all up to speed. I was a kid that used to come from city to city and watch me. Whatever show I had, city to city, this kid was everywhere. And I never forget, me and my team was in Chicago doing the show. And I just happened to look up and this kid was sitting in the front row. So I stopped the entire show. I'm like, yo, what are you doing here? So everybody looking at me. I said, yo, this kid's at every show. He looked up, he's like, I'm just trying to learn. And I'm like, yo, like, this kid follows me from different cities. He was in different cities. So what I ended up doing was I said, what do you do? He said, I'm in school. He said he graduated, told me when he graduated college. I said, when you graduate, come see me. The day he graduated, he came. Him and his mom came past my office, and the rest was history. I took the kid under the wing. The rest was history. I ended up putting him on my major platform. I introduced him as the person who did everyone's LLCs.
And 1.5, I heard you meeting for that. I was like, God,
so listen, I don't really know the numbers. I'm gonna be straight here. I don't know what he did. I mean, I generate money. I don't make money for people. So so if I say right now, like if I blow your business up today, I don't really know what you make. I know I can make you a millionaire. I know I can make you run you millions of dollars.
Facts.
So what happened was, definitely for sure, he ended up making millions of dollars. That jump started his career. From there, he started doing credit repair. You know what I mean? And his business from there kind of.
Now, can I say this? Not to get into it, because I have like a problem with like credit repair stuff.
But hold up, let me get to the story of what happened. So 4 years ago, I really was on my way. I had made so much money, and I had bought my house and refinanced them, right? And I owned them. So the house that I had owned had shot up in value and equity. So it was equity in them. So what I was trying to do was really kind of what they call now subject to.
Okay.
So basically, take these properties, even though I got mortgages on them, right?
All right.
You refinance me out of them. I get my mortgage paid off. You keep whatever change is left. And then once you go to sell a house, you get the rest of the money and it's done. So my thing was, every house that I have in my community is about 300, 350. Okay. So if I give you 3 houses, he wasn't the only person I did it with. Right. If I give you 3 houses, you 3 houses, you 3 houses, y'all got $1 million. Y'all worth $1 million on paper, right? So actually what I was doing was just going to deed the properties to him, let him refinance me out. So the mortgage is out of my name. The house is solely his. Now, mind if it got equity in it, the day he refinanced, my mortgage would have gotten paid and he would have been able to put some money in his pocket. Then after that, he put the house up for sale and get the other 30 or 40%, you know what I mean, that's left in the house. So make a long story short, and I want to be all factual. Once we started to do the process, it fell apart. He ended up not being old enough to refinance. Then when he did get old enough to refinance, his mindset was
you
just
had
different.
already known that already.
So listen, let me just be honest with you. He was only 4 or 5 months out. He was turning 21. So it's not like he wasn't 17 that I didn't know he was 21.
Right.
No, he was a few months out. So my thing was this. I mean, we all got patience. It's a long-term play.
For sure.
So I just waited, right? I said, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for him. The reality of it is, just fast forward through all the bull crap. By the time he was able to do it, his mind was somewhere else. He felt like, there was a lot of turmoil going on in my immediate camp. He just felt like he didn't want to do it no more. Right? So that's really what happened. So I was like, well, listen, just do this then. Just sell it, right? Just sell it, and you get your money. The mortgage, the house is deeded to him at this point. So he like, oh, just let me get X amount of dollars back, and then I'll deed it back over. I'm like, bro, just sell a house at this point. So that's really originally where it started at. Like, just sell a house. It's 5-6 months later, like, bro, just sell a house and be done with it. So for whatever reason, and I'm gonna say this about Jihad, man. Jihad is a great kid. He's stubborn and arrogant. And I'm gonna say,
he seemed like he cool.
I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this, right? He's stubborn and he's arrogant. He's a great kid, right? Well, he's a man. We ain't gonna keep calling him kid.
For sure.
He's a great person. He's stubborn and he's arrogant, right? Very ambitious, go-getter, right? Sometimes your arrogance can exceed your intelligence and make things or make your brain think something that's not really happening.
Because I'm not even gonna lie to you, like him really staying in that house for that and doing all that, I get why you snap. Like the average person, oh yeah, bro, but
but it wasn't even just that house. It was 2 houses. He occupied 2 houses for about 6 or 7 months. Then he occupied that one house for 2.5 years. But that's what I'm saying about being stubborn. Like out of spite, like I just kept saying, yo, whatever money you got left, let's work it out. Just get. My thing is, if the house was deeded to you, just sell the joint that's deeded to you, bro, and everybody wins. Like. But once I said that to him, and I seen that that's not what he. What would have if the house is deeded to you, and you own it? It's 100,000 equity in it at the time.
Right.
Just sell it, bro. If it's in your name, guess who get the check when the house sells?
Me.
So I couldn't understand it, but knowing how he moved, I get it. Y'all might not get it. It's not basic 101, but I know how he moved, and that's just who he is. He more or less do it his way. his way is like, well, no, I don't want to do it this way. I want to do. You want me after a year to say, okay, let me refund you your money and you deed the house back over to me. Like, come on, bro.
And then from there, everything just blew up. I really don't want to say main man name on a live, and I ain't all the cool shit and all that. But like, do you feel like that just started a whole thing, and then it just like
you want the
blew
truth?
Up
You want the truth?
Like,
I mean, I just think where I'm at right now today, like it's part of what it's part of my journey.
Right.
You know what I mean? It had to happen. Like all of the greats go through stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? It's billionaire real estate moguls that I get text messages. I'm gonna show you text message from is like, yo, look at this article's about me. Look what this article they said about me. They said this person took 200 million. They said this person did this. I'm like, damn. They're like, yo, just keep moving and keep doing exactly what you're doing. If you doing the people don't listen. The people that I've done business with are called non-accredited investors, and I just learned this like over recent months, meaning. There are people that really just don't know. There are people that just want to put their money out and make some money. They really don't understand. So they're called non-accredited investors. You know what I mean?
I told people this. I'm like, if you're making an investment, you're going to not need that money that you're investing. You don't invest your last. You don't invest.
But non-accredited investors don't understand that. And I let me say this because we ain't gonna play. I am never gonna play the victim.
For sure.
That's like today. If you invest with me, right? You say, gee, I got a dub. I got 20 grand. I'm gonna invest. I'm like, all right, cool. You make a play. In your mind, you watching that 20, you watch that 20, you watch that 20 because you're a non-accredited investor. You just trying to, you like, oh, how we looking? How you on it? Me, that 20 is in circulation. I'm over here because I understand that it's a long-term play. Guess what? If it happened tomorrow, cool, bro, people made millions of dollars.
They want that investment right back.
But listen, people it was rolling like that for a long period of time. People made millions of dollars off of it. The market shifts, the market change. Like we ain't gonna act like the whole company ain't shut down. The whole country ain't shut down. Like, bro, like, people still expected me to deliver when the whole country was like, yo, it's shut down. It's COVID. Nobody can go outside. Nobody can work. Ain't nothing jumping. Everything is closed. And they expected me to still make these plays. And which I did. I made the best of the best of my ability. I did it. So, but that's what it is, bro. It's just a lot of non-accredited investors, meaning they invested with the notion that this is 1,000% going to work in this amount of time.
Right.
And sometimes you lose, sometimes it never works, and sometimes it just takes longer to get compensated. You understand what I'm saying? I'm the type of person that it ain't one of my clients that I said, F you, I ain't paying you. I'm like, yo, okay, look, this went wrong, don't worry about it. I got 5 more deals. When these deals hit, boom, cool. Right now, I got over $8 million worth of real estate just for sale. Not my whole portfolio.
I'm gonna get to that too. I'm gonna get to that. Bring me back to that. But how do you feel about the charges and the RICO charges? And can you talk about the bankruptcy thing? Because like,
all right, good question.
I really wanted to know about that.
Good question.
That's like a play that like
I'm gonna tell you why that's a good question, because you're about to save a whole lot of people businesses by me sharing this information. Far as the charges, there's no RICO charges, bro. It's not a RICO like a drug RICO. Right. So first of all, and I wish you'd have had this. Maybe you can edit your video. I want you to pull it up so I can really show you because it's public, right? So what you got to understand.
All this is on live stream.
First of all, everybody, listen. It was a $40,000 suit that somebody was trying to get a refund for 40. That's all it was, $40,000, right? So what happened was the way his attorney came so that he could make sure that he would get the 40,000 is he listed a few of the companies that I owned. So being as though he listed a few of the companies that I owned, it became a RICO because it was like, oh, he got it organized, right? It's what they call a civil RICO. It's not like a jail RICO. Like, oh, he's going to jump for 30 years. It's a RICO. No, that's not it. But that's because our people don't research anything. They hear something and they say RICO. They think RICO, such got 45 years off of RICO. He got caught with this. Like, listen, it's first of all, that's what it is. It's a civil RICO. And to really let y'all know that shit was settled over a year or so ago. It been done. That been done. It's done. It's not even. It's done. He got paid. It was a settle. He got paid, and the case been done. The reality of it is, he had what's called a gag order where he wasn't even supposed to speak upon it. So when he went on Main Man's joint, my people recorded it, sent it to me, right? And I said to my attorney, now he got to get a paper back because it was in his contract not to speak on it. So now that we pushing the play on suing him because he got all of these people thinking as if, yo, he going to jail, he got a RICO case. Yo, it was a civil RICO. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. I need to do a podcast with an attorney. So all of these things that they're saying, a real live attorney can actually speak upon it, because you got people saying like, oh, it's a RICO, he got a RICO, he got like, no. First of all, it was a civil RICO. Civil RICO was just about some money. And it was settled over a year ago. That case is gone. And it wasn't a case like, oh, I'm going to jail. It was a civil RICO. Like, listen, let me break it down to y'all. Had I lost the case, it would have just been a judgment on me for the money. It's not I'd have lost the case and I'd have done 100 years. It wasn't that. It was a civil RICO.
They told
first one, that was a good question, baby.
They told me you get rude. I'm like,
listen, and you talking about booster thieves, drug dealers, kidnappers, murderers. This who's sitting around talking about I'm gonna get rude, right? They crazy.
No, real quick. I want to know about that Daily News article, right? They're gonna talk about you sold 95 properties and all this money. I'm like, yo, on the gram, you done showed $6 million just in North Philly, just in the assets. Like, I remember watching it live that time. Like,
yo, so let me say this.
Fake. Like, when Trump say fake news, like, it's really real. Fake news. Like, but to like
so
the average, they don't understand.
They just, what the eyes see and the ears hear, the mind believes. Especially if it's a negative. You understand what I'm saying? People taking a run with it. First of all, 95 houses in Philadelphia. 15 houses in Philadelphia is $4.5 million worth of real estate. And that's just at low end. That's like if we say, oh, this house is 200,000. This house, like 95. The lady said, I sold 95 houses totaling up to 4.5 million. And she has basically proof of that. First of all, bro, I don't even know how many houses I sold in the last 20 years. So that's one. That's bullshit. Two. No, honestly,
that's real shit, though.
Two, anybody in their right mind know if I sold 100 houses, 95 houses, right, for only 100,000, that's 9.5 million. So that would double that. So for them to just throw numbers out is crazy. You know what I mean? It don't even make sense. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna show you this proof. I just don't want to. A friend of mine, I don't really want to expose him. But he sent me the person that's paying for these articles to go out.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, he sent it to me. So I know exactly who is paying to get the article out here and on these little sites and stuff.
So much
they hate me. They hate the king, champ. You know what I mean?
Crazy. They really try to.
Bro, ain't nobody never came through and done what I do. Nowhere. I would any state. Show them to me. Show them to me. You know what I'm saying? $5,000. I built a multi-million-dollar empire. I went around the United States. I'm known outside of the United States. I've helped inspired millions. Even know what else she tried to do in the article? She said he's inspired hundreds of people, but it was a scam. Listen, first of all, miss, I inspired millions. I've dealt with tens of thousands of people, from mentees to personal to whatever, right? If you got, I'm gonna give it to you. Because I know somebody else asked me, but I'm going to give it to you first. First of all, bro, I've been in business 20 years. Thousands of clients. I had 7 lawsuits. That's what you're.
That's great.
That's
a
wonderful.
Great record.
That's
a
wonderful.
Great record.
That's wonderful. And the truth be told,
people don't understand that.
They don't understand that it's numbers, right? So you want public records looking at six or 7 lawsuits out of thousands of customers, millions and millions of dollars over 20 years.
Don't add up.
Right? It don't make sense.
But I will say listen, a lot of people gonna say, oh, Bar, you gonna be biased.
No, I'm not gonna say. They was great questions.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna be biased, but I was watching the lives. I'm not gonna lie. I did hear the people call in. I dare hear all the stories and all the testimonies and stuff like that. Have you been trying to pay them back, or like how does that go? Like,
boy,
I mean, like
you heated up. You heated up these last couple questions. Can I be honest with you?
Be honest, yeah.
I never was not paying them.
Thanks.
That's why I couldn't understand some of the people that was on there. They wasn't people that I said, like the first girl that was spraying, yeah, that motherfucker owe me this and that. She never said they invested 40 and I had already gave her 20 back. You understand what I'm saying? Like they never said that. But this is what I'm gonna do before I leave, because I want you to be able to tell your viewers you physically saw it. Like I wanted you to anything, and if you need me to come back on here, I will. I want to show you proof of these things. So let me just say this to you. You got people that came on there and said, yeah, I invested this with him. He owed me this, he owed me that. But then they'll say, look, when I talk to him, he said he's going to give me this and give me that. That means I'm in constant communication with them.
Right? As long as you're in communication.
Listen, I mean, so if I'm telling you something, if you gave me 40, you invested 40,000. Let's say you invested 40,000 right now. And I said, yo, man, we invested in a house called Street City, end up tearing it down. Here go 20 back. I'm gonna give you the other 20, and then we can rock in. We can. If not, I at least want to make sure you get your money back. Where is that snake shit? Where is that scheming or scamming? Like, you understand what I'm saying? So the people that are on there, first of all, let me say this. A lot of people on there, I don't owe money to. Right? It's people on there that's just really coming on there. At the time, he was paying people. You gotta understand, they paying people to tell different stories. Like, it was people on there that some of my other clients, like, yo, I don't believe this motherfucker was on there lying. I watched you do this and this with this person, and bro. So every story is not true, but the ones, any clients, I'm gonna say this right now, any clients that I owe, that I personally owe, I deal with, bro. I don't got no problem paying nobody, and I got the bank statements to prove it. I got the bank statements to text. If you calling me and I ain't got it, I'm gonna tell you straight up. See, the problem with our people is they want to hear something. They want you to say what they want to hear. Right. If me and you got a deal right now, right? And I'm saying, yo, bro, I really ain't gonna be able to move until this joint closes. When it's gonna close, you? How we looking? I don't know, bro. This month could take next month. It could take 8 months. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? They'll call again next week. Yo, how we looking, bro? Then I'm gonna tell them the same thing. And after the third time, guess what they're gonna say? You keep making up the same excuse. It's not an excuse. I'm telling you the fact.
Now, how about that guy that was on a podcast that was talking about the 500K? Because I thought that was just like,
all right. First of all,
and before you get into it, I literally just watched the video, so I did hear you on the phone, like, you know.
All right, let me tell you. So you heard. Let me give you the game. So what happened was this. First of all, he didn't invest. He didn't give me 500. He came to Philly. He took Cecily's construction class. Right. First of all, I met him in Atlanta. Right. My man event, he ended up being my man brother, right? Boom. After the event, he really fell in love with the situation. He seen what I do. He wanted to be a part of what I had going on. Cool. Most people do, right? After that, he flew to Philly. I wasn't even in Philly. He flew to Philly, took Cecily's weekend construction class and said, yo, I'm such and such brother. I need to get with G. I'm trying to make a play. So she was like, well, he's not available. He's not here. He's like, well, can you tell him I'm here? I'm going to stay here till he gets here. So she called me on the phone like, yo, I'm like, who is he? When she told me who brother he is, I said, oh yeah. I said, let me holler at him. So I'm like, yo, what's up? What you trying to do? He said, oh, I'm trying to make a play. I don't really want to leave here without talking to you. I said, cool. I'll be in town tomorrow. He stayed. When I got to town, he was my man brother. So I ended up telling him, I said, listen, just come stay over here with me. So come stay with me. We rocking. I show him, I take him around. I show him different houses I got. I got this, I got that, I got that, I got that. Just tell me what you want. He told me what he wanted. I said, yo, I said, what you spending? He said, $250. He tell me he's spending $250. I said, cool. I showed him everything I had, because anything at that price point is mainly in my hood, prime real estate. I ain't taking a motherfucker really to too many different places that got that kind of money unless they specifically said they want something somewhere else. Right. So what I did was with him, I showed him what I had, prime real estate in Brewery Town. Right. He told me what he wanted. I said, cool. He said, listen. He said, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna get the money. I got the money. I said, okay, cool. Right. So he go home. He get the money. He give me the money. I got the property. Now I'm sending him the paperwork. He not signing it. So now he like, well, I want to do this. Different things he said he wanted to do. So now I'm really just trying to accommodate him because I don't want to get the bread back. So I'm trying to accommodate him. But whatever you want, boom, boom, boom. So if you listen to the video, you hear me saying, yo, bro, we got to make a play. What we doing? Right. Because at that point, I done had his money for months. He not signing no paperwork. You understand what I'm saying? And now it's like, oh, well, can you just wire me the bread back? And I'm like, bro, you gave me cash for a house. Now you want me to wire you the bread back?
That's different.
So that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
But then the crazy thing is, let me just elaborate on that, right? Now, after he go on these podcasts and rant and rave about me, right? When I go to his Instagram, I see he rolling. So my thing is, what the fuck you come my way for? You ain't really never had no intentions on really, honestly, grabbing no cribs for real. I don't really know what your play was, but for real, like I don't get it. I don't get it to this day. I still don't get it. You know what I mean? But to be honest, I ain't gonna. I mean, niggas nickname money. I don't know why, but 250, 500, he still made a big play. You know what I mean? But he didn't give me 500 though.
Somebody didn't give me 500.
Truth be told, I'm gonna keep it all the way in middle. He the nigga that's paying the motherfuckers to put the article out, put all these articles out. Now, man, I'm gonna show you the text message to prove it.
That's crazy.
See, these new wave of guys, they worse than. And sorry, ladies, I don't mean to say worse than women. Women get mad when I say that, but they clout chase, they groupies. Like, bro, we run it.
How you feel about that credit shit? I'm gonna tell you real quick. Like, I feel like it's a lot of pandemic niggas, right? I've been doing this since 2013, like before people was even thought about putting stuff up. I feel like this credit stuff and like how do you really feel about the credit space? Like I feel though like all like the credit shit is just the same line. And like I feel like credit is cool, but I feel like cash just rules everything. But I know the value of $1 is getting less because all everybody they is getting together, But how do you feel about like the credit space?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm be honest with you.
Not a credit.
I hate it.
Yeah, okay.
And that ain't like my thing is, bro. Like you gotta understand, I come from an era where nobody ever gave us anything, no credit, no financing. You gotta get your aunt to sign to get you a car. You know what I'm saying? I come from that era. Excuse me, I come from that era. So my thing is, bro, like when it comes to credit, I get it. It works for some people. Me personally, I don't owe nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I come from. Like even in the real estate. I'd rather buy, flip I'm gonna sit still when it flip. I could have went and made some couple plays with the banks or did this and did that. Bro, I just want to sell this stuff, cash my people out, get my money and go again. That's what I come from. That's how I always hustle. I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna pay everybody I gotta pay out. I'm gonna get something for me, put a little bit to the side, and I'm going again. That's just business/hustle 101. I don't believe in the credit thing though, bro.
I respect that because I'm not a big on that neither. So I was.
And honestly, minorities, they ain't really giving y'all no lines of credit. You might get 50 or 100 grand. People might get 100 grand and think that's a lot of money.
Nothing.
But there's people that's getting $5 and $10 million lines.
They can't even get the work done.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes when you're trying to get things done. Oh man. Do you think you help more people than you like hurt like? The long run, not saying that you hurt people, but you saying like for them who no, he didn't hurt me.
Let me explain something to y'all. Let me explain something to y'all. Like I said, I got bank statements to prove. I got bank statements. I got contracts. I got stuff that I can really show.
And so, paperwork. I know y'all want to see all that, but y'all gonna see that on the Wolf podcast and everybody else. So this not really all on there.
So let me just be real. Let me just be real with it. Like Bro, I help thousands of people, bro. I've made millions. Some of the people that you see every day on social media, giants started underneath of me. Whether I beef with your hide or not, like I made the kid a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like whether I speak to some of these people or not, I made them millionaires. I put them in position to become millionaires, and they're teaching and helping other people. Like don't get it twisted, bro. Everybody that's out here doing business has someone or somebody that they feel like they didn't get what they paid for. Right? You got 100 customers. You get 20 customers that say you ain't do nothing. But if you got 1,000 customers and you get 200 people, it magnifies it. Volume. You got to understand, I do a high volume. I'm known all over the United States and outside, in some countries outside, right? So you got to understand that even the people, when this first thing started, the people that was like, yo, when they first was like, y'all want to come discuss how your business went with Greg? It was people on there like, yo, my business went good with Click. Cut them off. So they created what's called a negative narrative, meaning they only wanted to interview people who had something negative to say, right? So my thing is this. A lot of people say, man, I bought a house off them. I hear people say, man, I bought houses off of them. My house still ain't fixed, but they not saying that they never paid me for the construction. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a negative. So if I sold you a house for whatever, right? And you supposed to pay me $500 a month, $800 a month, or $1,500 a month for construction, and you never paid me none of the money, then how do you expect to tell somebody that I never fixed your house?
They just banking off of your money for the thing that you got it, but you really trying to make.
But no, the thing is, bro, people don't want to be held accountable. Right here today, I'm cool with being held accountable for whatever I've done. Right. Like it's no way in the world that the amount of people I've done business with, period, even if you take all of them, right? The amount of people I've done, if there's 4,000 or 5,000 people that I've physically done business with, right? It don't match up to the millions of people that view my stuff, the millions of people that I'm inspiring daily. You understand what I'm saying? The tens of thousands of people that I will never meet that might hit me like, yo, man, I started my business because of you. I never met you in person, but I'm successful. I'm doing this and that. So I've helped so many. It's no way in the world that the people that lost with me, they're trying to make it seem like the people that lost or that's still waiting, is all my people. That's not. I serviced over 5,000 people. So if you got 100 motherfuckers say, oh, this ain't go right, then out of that 100, let's really see out of that 100 who really got done dirty. Okay, you got 100 people, bring the paperwork. No, we gonna fix it. Bring the paperwork. But out of that 100, that shit might really shrink down to 38 or 40. Because you might have had 50, 60 motherfuckers just was saying, yeah, fuck him, he did me too. And I don't even know him. I never did no business with him. So my thing is, this is my thing. Nobody on these podcasts or nowhere else can help these people that say they lost, recoup their money, or make money. It's only one motherfucker that can help these people, and that's me.
And that really brings me to my next question.
Go ahead.
Do you think all these people will eventually get paid? And like, you know, when it's all said and done, like all that, them hitting up, or do you think like all that will just be?
Let me tell you something. You want me to be honest? I'm probably down like between 2 and 3 with my whole business. But I was doing $1 million a month. You talking about a person that got, if I got $8 million worth of real estate right now, and I got, let's say half of it is, I got it. Let's say 3 of it is just equity, right? Let's say if I sell it, I owe 5. Let's say worst case, I owed out 500,000, 5 million on the 8, and I make $3 million, which I got way more equity than that. But let's say I only make 3. I could take just to play on money now and pay motherfuckers and be done with it. See, I ain't nobody out here. Even the guy that gave me the 250, he already got like a bean something back of the money. So it's not like I owe him 250. That's why I don't understand these people. Like if I'm saying F you and I'm going and I ran off with your chicken, that's one thing. But not nobody that's, you mad because it took me long to get you the bread back, but I'm making sure you ain't taking no loss. And that just, it warrants for you to nickname the money, go through, you going through all this to try to destroy somebody for what? The reality of it is, I don't need the internet. I own real estate. So if I never attach my face to it, if I give all my real estate I got to wholesalers and realtors, the shit's going to sell. I got product. I'm not an internet guy selling courses and say, hey, come over here with me. People
courses and
people break their neck to get over here with me. They be like, yo, I know you got the real deal. I want to be with you. You dealt with me on a business level before, just regular business.
Everybody keep telling me the same thing. Oh, I mean, like you got a small money with grace. Listen, money is money. He pays. Like,
bro,
I don't like.
People make so much money, bro. Listen, let me tell you something.
I never had a problem.
Out of all of the people that I made money, right? And I don't like to nickname nobody or name nobody, because honestly, whatever I did for anybody out there, I did out the kindness of my heart. I don't regret it. Whether you turned on me, whether you not with me or whatever, I ain't mad at you. Keep it mushing. I see people all the time. They'll be commenting on other people's stuff about me, laughing and kikiing, but then they be in my DMs like, get them, champ. You know what I'm saying? So it's entertainment. And if you allow this to really control what you think, like, bro, if I really was at a point where even the people that I do, I'm always in communication with them. Yo, bro, yo, sis, this what I'm doing. Okay, boom, 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 boom. And what I can, I will. I don't care what it is. If you invested $10,000, I might cash app you tomorrow. Here go $2,000. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna always make it to that point. Like, bro, I've never not been paying people. I paid out over 10, probably to 15 M's in payouts. I showed 4. When I showed the 4, my folks was like, that's it. You ain't even got that shows it. I showed $4 million in payouts out of one bank account over the last year and a half. And niggas still is trying to convince people that don't nobody get paid. Like, you got to be a weak-minded person to see something with your own eyes and say, that ain't real, but some hearsay is. That's because mentally, that's what they want to believe. So that's why you don't see me combating it and this and that and the third. You don't know why I'm here today? Because they done said all this stuff about me, and I feel like my people that I inspire, just the people that I inspire, whether you done business with me or not, you deserve to really hear. Instead of me saying F y'all, I ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's time. It wasn't time in the beginning. Right. It's time now. Them guys talked about me for 3 months. I say 1 or 2. I put 1 or 2 of their things up on the internet. Now they have nervous breakdowns. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you doing, bro? You put my address up, put my kids. You know, my kids was there, my wife was there, whatever. But now when niggas putting y'all, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. I never did none of that. Never said nothing to them guys. People sending me so much stuff on these dudes because now they to the point where they hate these dudes. They thought that they was being heroes, but it's people that's like, yo, whatever I had with you, you making sure I'm getting my money, but they trying to make sure that you don't make no money to pay people. You understand what I'm saying? So people is getting it now. They starting to say that.
Make the money to pay the people back.
Listen, I'm gonna make the money anyway, because let me tell you the difference. Sure. I was watching. Let me tell you what I do. I don't want to get into what I was watching because I don't want to bring nobody else's situations up. The right thing to do is liquidate. If I owe you something and I'm sitting on these properties, I would be a nut ass dude to sit here and own these properties, knowing I owe these people and not liquidate. You liquidate, you pay down. My flips are different. Bro, I ain't had no clients coming and dropping no millions on me. My clients 15, 18, 20. Like that shit, if you got 50 people at $20,000 that I owe, right? 50 people, that's $1 million. That's it. That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not like, it's not as big as they trying to blow it up. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never had nobody come to me and give me a million. Here go $1 million. I'm dropping $1 million on you. Here go 700, 800. Bro, I've done business.
Damian Lillard. You know what I mean?
That was a joke. I don't know Damian Lillard. I never done no business with him. The only athletes I done business with was Boona. Boona that owns, shout out to Boona, owns Stack of Star Records. He used to play for San Diego Chargers. That's Boona and Shady. They the only two athletes I ever done business with, and Boona and Shady that I done business with, and they'll both tell you like we made millions, we made paper together. You understand what I'm saying? So that's it. Other than that, like I don't know Dame Lillard, but that's what I mean about the internet. Yeah, like he was really honestly, Dame Lillard was on there that night when dude was bidding. He was really just bidding.
Right. Okay,
you know what I mean? Okay. And then people like, oh, he owed that. I don't know Damian Lillard. I never done no business with him.
I'm like, yo, this nigga on Damian Lillard.
I don't know. Shout out to Dame Lillard. I'm a fan though, but I don't know him though. You know
hey, yo, I'm crying. No, real quick, how do you feel about the Invest Fest? Because that's like
I think it's dope. Let me tell you something.
On. Yeah,
let me say something. Let me speak on EYL.
And do you think you should be there?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. Let me be honest with y'all. I'm a realist, right? Rashad, Troy, them dudes got genuine love for me, and I got genuine love for them. Anytime I ever run into them, I give them super duper advice. They pursued me on numerous occasions to get me on their show.
I saw that.
I murked their shit. As they blow up, they have what's called influence. So being as though this controversy is surrounding me, it was only right for them to take me down off of their page because people are gonna say, well, you promoting these people and things are going bad, you associated. See, I'm a realist, right? And my thing is, I come from the street, so I understand it. We all getting money today, but as soon as you catch the indictment, everybody gonna get away from you and, until they see if you cleared or you go and you come out, however it go. So what I want to say is, from InvestFest standpoint, I watch these guys have so many different real estate guys come on a platform. Ain't none of them big business, right? None of them big business, right? But the thing is this, plenty great guys, great stage stages, right? None of them big business, right? But this is the thing. Why would I expect them to invite me to something to that magnitude with all this controversy going around until it get cleared up? They real dudes. When it clears up and whatever happened, then we'll eventually have a conversation, however it go. But they don't owe me anything, man. I let them dudes. Listen, I blessed their podcast. I brought them tons of viewers. They allowed me to share their platform. We did some great stuff. And like I said, I always got nothing but love for them. You know what I mean? I ain't sitting around whining about, oh, they don't want me. Listen, them dudes don't not got respect for me. That's different. Me versus the other dude, they just don't rock with them dudes. With me, it's like, damn, G gotta get this shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because they know who I am. They know what I do. So I wouldn't expect for them to invite. First of all, I never did nobody. They'll tell you out their own mouth. They had to chase me down to do the podcast. Because guess what? I don't like to do other people's stuff but my own. So the only major event I ever did was the GoatCon, right? And that was dope. I did that one event. If I was going through controversy or not, I wouldn't be there. And it has nothing to do with nobody. It's just like Hove don't go to everything. You know what I mean? Hove don't go to these award shows and this thing. He still loves everybody. But I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Not because he think he's bigger than them, right? Because it's their turn. That's their thing. That's their era. That's their era. I don't listen. I could have went in there today. I could just walk through the room. And people, big business, big business, big business, big business. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever they gonna say. Whether they gossiping, they talking, they hugging me, they love me. It's still taking. Yeah, now they're circulating. G here. Like my thing is, man. Listen, I love y'all. If y'all watch, any of y'all that's watching, young brothers. And sisters, continue to be great. If you can learn anything from me, is it's hard when you're dealing with people and money, and when things don't go right, this is what happens. But if you got something to hide, or you stealing, or you doing all this, you would be running and hiding. I'm not out here standing on everything I got to do, closing deals and still. I sent money out last week. I'm still paying. Let me explain something to you. People are still getting paid. They not gonna come in and say, yo, he paid me. Yo, y'all, he paid me. Like, bro, they just gonna fade. The people that get paid, they fade.
They gonna fade. They ain't gonna say nothing. They already got their bread.
But they're gonna say something when they don't get paid.
Right.
See, black people only report negative. We don't report positive. Ain't nobody gonna come say, yo, boy, the rubbish removal king right here, he the best in the game. He did this for me, did that for me. But the second you don't clean up that backyard, oh man, I gave this nigga the money. He left trash in my backyard.
Yeah.
We don't
all out there.
Yeah. And that's just us as a people. You know what I mean? So
that's why I say all the time, my clientele, 98% of all my clientele is all females. I don't deal with guys. So the only time I deal with guys is like you.
Is this live?
Mary, this is live.
Is people asking questions live?
No,
I'm about to say I wanted to answer some questions.
No, this is live, but they in here, but they gonna see what's up.
All right. If y'all got anything that y'all want to ask, I'm sorry. I don't know how y'all would have, but
listen, he got other, my bro for sure. He got other podcasts and stuff that he gonna be on that he gonna like really talk. I'm
not out here playing the victim. I want y'all to really understand the things that really went on. Listen, if I owe somebody, I owe him. I'm gonna say it. I ain't say, well, I don't owe this, I don't owe that. Like he asked me about the guy. He said, oh, you owe him 500. No, he spent 250 with me. I gave him like 100 back. He still got some change coming, but you know what I mean? He never gave me 500. The beef is, I can show it to you. I'm gonna show you on my phone.
Okay.
He say, yo, this taking too long. If I don't have my money by such and such, I'm putting this video out. It's taking too long. Not you burning me.
It's taking too long.
I'm gonna show it to you.
Investment back.
And shout out to him. I ain't got nothing bad to say about you. You know, you bro, do your thing. Whatever you did, I'm appreciative of the things that y'all did to me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I got to see who was who. You know what I mean? I always say this about Main Man. He flipped the cards. We know he a sucker, but he flipped the cards. He actually shut. Damn, I thought she was thorough. And I thought that was my sister. I thought that was my brother. Damn, that's my real cousin. You know what I'm saying? So he showed me who was who.
That was another John too, that your cousin in the post office when she. I'm like, damn, he burning his family. I know y'all thinking the same thing. I'm like, hey, what the hell?
So like, let me just elaborate on that.
Because everything y'all thinking, I'm thinking.
Let me elaborate on that.
I'm like,
let me elaborate on that real quick.
That's his fault.
I had a cousin that was pregnant, came to me. She needed somewhere to stay. I said, how much you got? She said, I got like 6,000, cousin. I said, all right. I said, I got a little raggedy house. I got to do some work to it. I said, you want to give me the 6? I'll put the 6 into it, and then you can go there and stay there. In the meantime, stay at my house in Jersey because I had just moved to Florida.
Okay.
So for like a month, 3 weeks to a month, she stayed at my house in Jersey. I took her 6,000. I put it into the house. I let her move there. She lived there 7 years, ain't paid me no rent. She lived there. Listen, she lived there 7 years. Guess what? Even though she didn't pay me. So let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you how hateful she was. She lived there 7 years, paid me no rent, right? Then when she moved out, she didn't even tell me. She just had her stuff still sitting there for months. The biggest thing was it was a $400 a month mortgage on there that my partner was paying. That was my partner at the time that he was paying. So he been paying a $400 mortgage on this house for all these years, thinking I'm collecting rent when I wasn't. You understand what I'm saying? Whole time she in there. Then when she moved out, she might have been out 8 months to a year and I didn't even know it. Still left her stuff in there, living somewhere else. Why you just ain't say, I'm gone, I appreciate it, blah, 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 right? So then I goes, it cleans everything out, throw everything out, get it cleaned up, and end up moving. I know it's going to sound crazy. One of my other little cousins in there. That's just who I am, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
man.
And I ain't even gonna get
it. And move one of them. Be the ones that do.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you something though. That's a myth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Humans are humans.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just so happens sometimes you might run into a problem with family. But humans are humans. Even my little cousin that went on, and my little cousin Brittany watching, my little cousin that went on Tony's show and whoever show she went on talk trash about me. Like, you my blood. I love you. I forgive you. I don't give a shit about none of that. Like, you my blood. It ain't many of us left family wise. You my blood. I love you. It's nothing that I wouldn't do for you still. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You my cousin. You know what I mean? Like, I know that you was angry for whatever reason you was angry. I don't even know. And I also know that someone manipulated your mind to even come out and speak against me because I know how my family feel about me, especially my little cousins. Like, they love me. You know what I'm saying? Unconditionally. Like, they scrap for me, whatever. You know what I mean? So to go through something like that, for him to pay my cousin, she could have been needed the money, whatever the case may be. Because I don't want to even get into other things with my family, right. You know, with other things. But honestly, truth be told, like, I forgive you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I forgive you. You know, You're my little cousin. You always be my little cousin. I don't let money or circumstances change that. You know what I mean? I've grown as a person mentally, and I know how to handle things in a different aspect. You know what I'm saying? So I love you. I'm not upset with you. I don't care you went on a show or whatever. Like, shit's nothing to me.
Real quick, where do you see yourself in like the next 5 years?
I don't want to do nothing. Look at me, y'all. Let me say something. People been asking me this. They say, "Yo, all right, what you gonna do after you sell?" First of all, can I say two things? Because while you clicking on it, when I post 5 or 6 properties, people say he's selling everything. That's not everything. I don't only own 6 properties. I just took some of the higher end properties and I put them up for sale so I can get the bigger bulk of the money. Truth be told, like, it would take me a while to really locate and figure out how many properties that I actually own. And that's not being arrogant or conceited. I'm being truthful with you. I got stuff in Philly that I ride down certain blocks like, damn, I got a house on this block. I forgot about it. I've been doing this for 20 years, right? So that's number one. Number two, people always, I say, I'm done with it. They say, what you doing next? I'm done. What you mean you done? What you going to do? I've accomplished my goals. I am done. When I clear these debts and I pay these debts, if I don't do nothing else, it won't bother me. I'm done. There's nothing else that I'm chasing. I'm not looking for world dominance. I'm not looking for, I don't need to have $1 billion. Like, I just want to be this mentor. I figured it out. It's about time. It's about peace of mind. It's 2 things that you should be chasing in life, time and peace of mind. It's not money. That carrot was dangled over us and we really thought that money. Like, some people had all the money in the world. Look, people, this even the guy that was tormenting me, he said he had all his money, but he's miserable. Clearly, he's miserable.
They do not make you happy all the time.
It's all love, though.
Man, I ain't want to make this a long, drawn-out show. Shout out to everybody, other podcasts. Who's the other guys that you want to go on?
The Wolf. I'm going on the Wolf podcast, B. Relly podcast, CO Not Feast podcast. It's a bunch of them.
Yes. Shout out to those guys. Y'all gonna really, get into it. I just had to sit here and talk to my OG, man. Yeah. I appreciate it.
And I see you going to war for me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I see you going to war for me. I
appreciate
you.
OG. I ain't going. We ain't on that though. But listen, any moving services, trash removal in the city of Philadelphia and tri-state, make sure you call me 267-822-8165. 10 years, fully independent. Again, shout out to my OG, Big Business. I appreciate you. Love you too, bro.
Appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. Stay tuned.